this whole war is really a manifestation of us not doing our spiritual work well enough. And we need to create more peace within ourselves individually, number one, and then within ourselves, in our families and more in our communities,
Yes.
and wider and wider
Yes.
circles. And when we create peace in wider and wider circles, that's when peace will, it's not about this sinwar or that Nastrala. Hashem has a million sinwars and a million Nastralas if he wants to give us more trouble. It's not, the fact that we got rid of this.
Anyway.
What?
The war continued anyway.
Yeah, if we get rid of this
and
sinwar of that Nastrala, it doesn't mean that peace has come on earth,
No, but also, what they say a lot is that the reason, or one of the reasons the enemy, who always wanted to destroy us, but that they picked that moment because they thought they saw a weakness in Israel, that there was
Exactly.
too much
Exactly.
Yeah.
tension and too much
Protesting.
yes, the
division.
divisiveness,
Right.
divisiveness.
And
Well,
and so I'll conclude with what I said in the beginning is like if we see the beauty in each other, if we're glorifying each other,
Yes.
you're a left wing, and I still believe that you want the best for the world and want the best for Israel, even if I disagree on the way that you think it should be done. I'm not talking about the traitors. Obviously, there are traitors and there are people who.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about those who I just disagree with on the way.
yeah, they all have the same end, but we have
Right.
different means of getting there.
And if you're a spiritual person but you're not religious, like and you're seeking whatever, you're still seeking good for the world, and maybe you don't understand why religion is why I see that religion is the way to do it, but you're still a good person, and it's like to really see the beauty in each other. If we really point
agree.
out the beauty in each other, by the way, also for marriages and also for falling in love, and re-looking at the beauty in each other and whoever is dating, looking for a beauty in somebody that I'm dating, not we like really like most people don't continue to the second date, right? Why? Because right away I see the faults. I don't see the beauty, I see the faults. If I saw the beauty, I would continue to the second date. If I see a little more beauty, I would continue to a third date, right? But it's much easier to see the faults. It's, by the way, this is the way our brain works. We're not guilty about it. It's just the way that our brain is wired. We do need to pay attention to it, scientifically proven. But yeah, truthfully, we don't have to feel guilty about it or to feel bad about ourselves or shame ourselves about it. We just need to be aware of it and keep re-looking for the good, for the beauty.
And I was thinking in terms of dating, I have a bunch of granddaughters who are in that stage of life.
I'm living with one.
And it's important to be able to detect the negative pretty early. It's a way it's a positive thing to be aware of what some of the negatives are, but then if you can still see the beauty and say, okay, there are negatives, but there's so many more positives, and there's so many. I'm sure I have negatives too. We'll work on it.
Right. I think that's the secret of the previous generation versus our generation, which is much less married and much less dating and much more idealizing the idea of living alone or
living together without marriage.
or living together without
Everything is
marriage.
possible nowadays,
Right.
yeah.
And or switching partners every other day. You just get on my nerves a bit and I'll switch you. So it's like your generation really gave us the resilience and working on a marriage. And
Was yours just to me or to the whole group? I don't.
but we really need to revive that in this world. It's kind of like a little bit sleeping, that energy.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Miriam.
Thank you.
Great to have you